can we trust it or not? If you know how it's generated, you can trust it.
Right, that's a good point. We're here with Taja Hillier. She's the Chief Data and AI Officer and co-founder at Mission Decisions. They are a data and AI services company. Taja, take us through a little bit of your background and what the company does in detail.
Okay, thank you for the question. Okay, so I am a techie co-founder, so I am looking at our strategy because of my background, because I am always was in a data and tech person. My first degree is IT. My second degree is statistical methods and economy and finances, and my PhD in economics. So I am very techy person. And when we're talking about data and AI, so you can't have AI strategy without data, because if you don't have a data or AI to fit the AI, good data to fit AI, you don't have a correct, because AI is still a model. So as we're talking about data AI, it's the same thing. It can't be one without another. So in our company, we're literally trying to solve the problems. We're not creating one tool that's actually good for everything. What we do, we actually tailor each particular problem. If particular client comes with one problem and we haven't done it, we'll create a solution, and it can be just AI or just a data science or even just dashboard. But sometimes you actually need to combine both structured data as a data analytics plus unstructured data, because that is where all these details are happening, all these regulations and things. That is where you need to use that data as well to combine with together to actually solve a problem. And that's what we do. We don't create something that fits everything. We literally solve the problems.
Okay, you're quite a young company.
Yeah, we're 2.5 years old.
But you mentioned you do have some background working with militaries before you come into civilian domain.
Yeah, we are actually started in a UK defense area. So our expertise lies in defense, and as you know, that whatever you do, it needs to be extremely accurate. It needs to be extremely on point, it's traceable, it's accurate, and actually flexible as well, because all the initiatives and things and regulations, you need to be able to do it, and extremely precise. So that's why when we're talking about data and analytics and AI, we don't say it's hallucination and you need to accept it. You literally control it, because you need to control, otherwise it's lives is you lose lives. And actually, if you don't train it correctly, that's when mistakes happen in real world. So you really need to address it while you're training it.
That's very interesting. Taja, you've been at EATS before.
Yes.
You've been walking around, you're seeing companies now making greater use of AI. But where do you see that they're making mistakes or they could do things better? What's the advice that you have to give to many of the companies that you see in the usage of AI?
A lot of companies now, this year, I did see quite much bigger take-up of AI across the industry. Before, last year, we were just talking about implementing. Now it's more people actually implementing, but I notice a lot of people saying, oh, we do have AI solution, but not exactly how we want. And even we're saying, oh, we have a RAG. RAG is when it's supposed to read from your documents and produce information only based on your document, but it's still not getting the right solution. And I know why the problem is. The problem is because we're just plugging the AI and plugging that without understanding that you still need to do this data preparation and for AI use. That's why AI is data science. AI was with us a lot of times since probably now 50 years. Data science is a AI model, but proper AI or on a structured data. Large language model is on non-structured model, but it's still a model, so you still need to apply the same techniques. So to make it correct and proper use of that, you need to employ data scientists so they can prepare the data, make it proper, and know that it's not a black box. You need to make sure that you know why it's generating that answer. If you can't understand why the answer is incorrect, you're not doing it right. You really need to understand where it's getting it right and why the answer is like that. Because you can control. It's not a black box. But
Very
not many
interesting.
people have access to that. That's the thing.
So let's go into a little more detail. What are the top 3 things that you see that you would advise companies to do if they're using AI within their ecosystem?
You need to have a data scientist plus data engineer together combined to actually to implement AI solutions, because a lot of tools right now are available there, and a lot of people were saying, oh, it's our IP, we can't tell you how this works. If you can't tell it, don't trust this company. That means they don't understand themselves how it works. Because companies like us, who it's literally transparent, you can see the code, but your code will be only for you. I'm not going to share your code with somebody else, but I'll share the techniques and things that I use, because that is what data science and all this want to actually share the expertise that you have, how to proceed it. If they don't share that, that means they don't understand it. Because people who don't have anything to understand, they will be proud to share that.
Where do you see, when it's done right, when AI is done right as per what you mentioned, what are the benefits that the company can then receive?
When you can actually, it is becoming when enterprise ready, it can be used across that, and you still have to have a person in the loop, but people in the loop, because first time you run, it will be like 80% solution, and it could be plausible, the answer is plausible, and you think, oh, it works, but then it doesn't work. So you need to still have this human oversight, but it's not because of it's implementing it correctly or something. It's because you need to still, it's your responsibility. It's like human always will be your responsibility because you need to sign it off. And in other like data science models, like it's used in banks and things saying give you mortgage or anything, they use all these models anywhere, but still it's a person who signs it off. It's no difference to that. So we don't need to trust in fully, but you need to understand why this answer is, what is underlying condition to make you get to that answer, and what answer you expect to have.
Taja, I want to understand from you, you've been here previously, this is your second year. What's the change you've observed personally when you come to the show, you've discussed your solutions? How has it moved recently?
Before we were completely new. People didn't know nothing about us. We just trying to explain what we do, how we do, what it is. Now people already recognize us. They know that we're aware. So it's like, oh, I know you. And I wasn't ready last year, but I'm ready now. We do want to come back to you and actually talk to you, because we tried to do it in-house, but it didn't work. So we now need your expertise to explain us how to make it work. So people are actually coming back and understanding. But yes, we tried it, cheap solution to do it ourselves, but actually it's failing, it's not scalable, it's not accurate, and we do need that accuracy and security and privacy and traceability and accountability, all these things, what we can't do, because right now it's black box for them. But we can provide all these things, and that's why people coming back to me, I really need to talk to you now.
How do you foresee the industry progressing over the next few years? Where do you see the trend sort of taking us?
Majority of that is obviously, if it's people actually want to work with it, they will do it. People who are still cautious, they will be cautious anyway and will be stay behind. But industry is not stopping. It's a lot of, now probably 80% everybody talking about AI. Nobody is talking about non-AI, because AI is everywhere. It's not just automation, it's not just that, it's literally in every single point of your life. But it's great, but it's so much response, but to properly and widely spread these things, it probably will be, it's not probably next year, but probably it's in 2 years or so we will see, when people actually starting to get accurate AI and trained and fine-tuned and things, but it's not there yet. They still keep saying it's hallucinate, you need to accept that what happens, and can we trust it or not? If you know how it's generated, you can trust it.
Right, that's a good point.
So that is where it lies.
But would you say when that happens, it's a transformative, it will transform the way these companies are able to function? What it can deliver, something that really is beyond what exists today?
It can be tricky because of regulations needs to be there as well, and because of regulation it needs to be every time consistent with regulation. If regulation change, then you need to change everything else as well, so you need to refine tune and things. We do have quite easy way to fine tune and every new things, and we do have already all this method, all the algorithm already implemented. A lot of people don't have that in-house, so they will take longer to develop that. It depends. It depends on industry, how good they are adopting in a correct way information, or do they want fast fix today and not thinking about scalability.
Excellent. Taya, thank you. It's been a very insightful discussion with you.